Okay, so here's part two of the parallel lines and the relationships that the parallel lines are creating when a transversal line runs through them. And I've numbered 8 angles here, and what I've done now is I have 2 angles in green, angle 4 and angle 6. What type of angles are those? That's the question. Angle 4 and angle 6 are called consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior, I'll just abbreviate angles, apostrophe S. Consecutive interior angles. Analyzing this word, I'm going to start with the word interior. Okay? Interior means inside. Okay? An interior designer, decorates, so to speak, the inside of your house. It does a lot more than decorating, but certainly their job is to focus on the inside of your house. Well, for geometry, the inside of the house is right in here. This is the inside. Inside the parallel lines, this is the interior. So consecutive is the other word to look at now. And the other word, consecutive, means in a row. So like back to back, or sort of, in sequence here on the same side. So consecutive interior would be 4 and 6. Consecutive interior angles sum or add up to how many degrees? Consecutive interior angles like 4 and 6 will always sum to be 180 degrees. Now, there are 2 other consecutive interior angles in this picture. I think you know which ones those are. Here's your interior, so that means 3 and 5 are also consecutive interior angles. That is the sum of angle 3 plus angle 5 will equal 180. Consecutive interior angles sum to equal 180 degrees. If they sum to equal 180 degrees, you could also say consecutive interior angles are supplementary because they add up to be 180. So 4 and 6 are supplementary, and 3 and 5. And they're equal to 180 because they're called consecutive interior angles. Now going back to my original picture here, as we said, 4 and 6 are consecutive interior, and 3 and 5 are consecutive interior. Let me put that back in there, consecutive interior. So the blue ones add together to be 180, and the green ones add together to be 180. I want to stay on the interior now and talk about another type of interior angle pair, or pairing. And the next pair of angles I want to talk about are called alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are located on the interior, or in the interior, so in between the parallel lines. This is your interior, except they alternate sides. So I'm going to circle the alternate interior angles here. I'm going to go ahead and circle them in red. Angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. That is, they alternate sides. As you can see, the transversal line, it alternates sides of the transversal line. And they're on the interior, so alternate interior, the ones in red. I'll take the yellow out now, and 4 and 5 are also alternate interior angles. Now, what's the relationship of those angles? Well, 3 and 6 alternate interior angles are congruent. So angle 3 is congruent or equal to in value to angle 6. So whatever angle 3 is, angle 6 would be the same thing. So let's just pretend we measured angle 3, and there we find that angle 3 is 55 degrees. So that opening there is 55 degrees. Then, if angle 3 is 55 degrees, and alternate interior angles are congruent or equal, then angle 6 is also going to be 55 degrees. Now, if this is 55 here, I think you can figure out angles 4 and 5, the ones in yellow. Okay, angle 5 is right here. We know that this entire side makes 180. Therefore, if all of this makes 180, then 180 minus 55 means that this angle here must be 125. Probably can't see that. Let's go with orange. A little better. 125 is this angle 5. Angle 5 and angle 4 are congruent because angle 5, which you can barely see now, which I'm dotting in red, okay, angle 5 and angle 4 are congruent because they are also alternating sides on the interior, hence alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are congruent, therefore angle 4 and angle 5 are congruent, they're equal in value, and that's not a good 5. Let's try that again. Angle 5, there we go. Let's go ahead and leave the interior now and talk about the exterior. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The exterior. Well, the interior is all this on the inside. Interior. The exterior is the outside. So the exterior we're talking about is 1. This is the exterior. 2 is the exterior. 7 is the exterior. And 8 is the exterior. Now, what about the exterior? Well, the next word we need to learn is alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are on the exterior, like 7, 8, and 1 and 2, but they alternate sides. So when I say alternate exterior angles, I'm talking specifically about angle 1 and 8. 1 and 8 alternate sides of the transversal line. They're on different sides. They alternate sides and on the exterior. So they're called alternate exterior, 1 and 8. Alternate exterior angles are congruent, meaning angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. The opening of this angle right here is the same here as it is here. So if angle 1 equals, let's say, 140, obtuse angle 140, that means angle 8 is also going to be 140. So angle 1 is equal to or congruent to angle 8. There's another pair of alternate exterior angles still available. And those are 2 and 7. They're alternate exterior, and they're also going to be equal. Two and 7. Okay? Now, if 1 and 8 are congruent, because they're alternate exterior, and both are 140, we can figure out what 7 is, can't we? Because 140 plus something, this is all going to be supplementary on one side of the line. I'm talking about this line right here. On this one side, you have 180. It's a half circle. So that means that this right here, 140 plus 40, makes 180. So this entire side is 180. If this angle 7, is 40, then angle 2, all on the other side, alternate side, exterior, alternate exteriors all are equal. Therefore, angle 2 is also going to be 40. So I want you to try these 6 questions. They all pertain to this particular part 2. I'm not going to try and trick you with any questions here. Number 1, of course, try this before I give the answer, but number 1 are alternate exterior. They're both on the exterior and they alternate sides. We know that alternate exterior angles are congruent. Therefore, whatever this angle is, this little acute guy is the same acute guy as this one. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Number 2, we have 2 angles on the interior, 2 parallel lines. This is the interior of the parallel lines. Now they're on the same side, and these are called consecutive interior. consecutive interior angles sum or add up to equal 180 degrees. So this plus this will equal 180. They're also supplementary. Number 3, we have another pair of alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles alternate sides. That is the transversal lines right there, and they alternate sides of that on the exterior of the parallel lines. Alternate exterior angles are, once again, congruent. They're equal value. Number 4, we have two angles on the interior, on the inside here. However, these interior angles alternate. Therefore, these are called alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So whatever this angle is here, it's the same value, the same measure as this one here. Number 5, we have two interior angles. However, these two interior angles are on the same side, on the inside. These are called consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior angles add up to make 180 degrees. Therefore, you could also say consecutive interior angles are supplementary. And number 6, we have a weird looking one because I took the parallel lines and put them over here. These all had parallel lines going sort of horizontally. All the previous questions, I did these parallel lines vertically. The transversal lines going through it. And on the inside, this is the inside now. So a little bit tricky. This is your inside. They alternate sides on the inside, alternate interior angles. And we know that alternate interior angles are congruent. So whatever this is the same exact measure. If this is 130, this is 130 also. Okay, since we have a few last minutes here to fill in, I'm going to go ahead and give you 4 more questions here. These really reference the previous video, video 1 of this group. So you may want to refer back to this, or refer back to your notes if you took notes on this. Number 7, we are talking about two angles on the same side of the transversal line. This is the transversal line. They're on the same side, in the same position. This little guy is the same as this little guy. Same position, same side. These are called corresponding. 7 is corresponding. Number 8, we have two angles across from each other. I want to say vertically across, so I'm going to give it away. Vertical angles, vertically across, V to V, kind of like that. Vertical angles are congruent, so whatever this angle is here, this acute guy, is the same thing as the little acute guy. Okay? Corresponding angles, I think I said also, are congruent. These two angles here are also going to be corresponding. Same position on the same side of the transversal line. Same little acute guy, same thing, little acute one there. Okay, they could be obtuse. This spot right here is obtuse, would correspond to this one right here, obtuse. Same side, corresponding. And number 10 is doesn't actually have a transversal line, but if you have two lines that cross each other, like in this X shape, these are also vertical angles, the ones in green. These are also vertical angles. These two vertical angles would be congruent, as well as these two vertical angles will be congruent. That concludes this practice session. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye.